Well, he's been publicly identified as 26-year-old Luigi Mangione. He has reportedly been charged with 5 offences, including forgery and carrying firearms without a licence. He has been arraigned in Pennsylvania, appearing briefly in a court there, and has been remanded in custody. Authorities in that state are also saying at a press conference a short time ago that they do expect that further charges will be laid. He has been named by authorities in New York City as a strong person of interest in the killing of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson last week. It was a very brazen attack in which Mr. Thompson was shot dead outside a Manhattan hotel where he was attending an investor conference. If this 26-year-old man is charged directly in connection with that killing, then New York authorities would be seeking to extradite him from Pennsylvania to face those charges there. Police in that city have spent days scouring New York for evidence, looking for the person responsible for Mr. Thompson's death. They had determined pretty early on, though, in their investigation that they believed the person they were looking for had left the city, probably by bus. And that is what authorities will now allege, that this 26-year-old man made it to Altoona in central Pennsylvania. They say that an employee at a local McDonald's spotted someone sitting in that restaurant that they thought they recognised from the images that had been released by New York police. They called officers in Pennsylvania, and they alleged that when they got there, when they questioned this man and asked him whether he had been in New York recently, that there was a physical reaction, that he started to shake, and they took that and they will allege that that was a sign of nervousness. So 26-year-old Luigi Mangione was taken into custody, police alleging that they found him in possession of a gun that had a silencer and also multiple fake IDs.
And Jade, have authorities released any more information about the alleged motive?
Well, they say that when they took Mr. Mangione into custody, that they also found a 3-page long handwritten document that New York police allege spoke to what they're calling his motivation and mindset. They haven't really released any further detail than that, other than to say that document suggested, in their view, an ill will towards corporate America. Now, there has been really intense speculation as to what the motivation behind the killing of Mr. Thompson might have been. He was working for one of America's largest health insurance companies, and that is a sector that is the subject of a lot of public anger in the United States. This is a country that doesn't have universal health care like Australia does, and when his killing was first reported, as his family and his employer were expressing their shock and horror at what had taken place, there was really a flood of online commentary of people who appeared to be celebrating what had happened, airing their frustrations with negative experiences that they had had with their health insurance companies. It was also reported earlier in the investigation that police had found words written on bullet casings at the scene that they believed might have shown that this was connected to Mr. Thompson's role as an executive for a health insurance company. But we heard from the Pennsylvania Governor, Josh Shapiro, at this press conference a little earlier, and he had this to say about Mr. Thompson, the man who was killed.
Mr. Thompson, I understand, was laid to rest earlier today in Minnesota in a private setting. As the conversation continues about this case, let's be mindful not to dehumanize him and make him just an avatar of a system that is disliked by many. He was a father, he was a husband, and he did not deserve to die like this on a sidewalk in New York City.
So United Healthcare has also released a statement following these developments in Pennsylvania today. It says, "Our hope is that today's apprehension brings some relief to Brian's family, friends, colleagues and the many others affected by this unspeakable tragedy." It says that the company will continue to work with law enforcement on this investigation.